Hello there, beautiful internet and you amazing creatures of the beyond. We are not in the last place that we were. I'm gonna cry so hard. Because I have actually recorded 2 more episodes after that. And then I realized there was a critical step that I have made. And we have skipped an important part that could not be done if I went that way. Long story short, I finished the JKK missions, and that leads to us missing on a very important character called Freak. So I had to erase those 2 episodes. Not that I regret it or anything. I still enjoy how JKK goes, but this route is the route that I am more curious to explore. First of all, I never did the Freak character before, but it's also going to alter the way the quest is going to develop with the Acid Hunters. So the point is, if you accept the Acid Hunter quest or start it, you're not gonna find Freak anymore, and some weird things happen to him and you won't be able to interact with him anymore. There are some short cuts to kind of fix that, but it's not very satisfying. So the solution is this. So if we go here to the east, we're gonna go back to the merchant area. And if you remember, here there were some guys, and then there was this agility ladder over here. Now this is the interesting part. Well, what was my plan? Initially my plan was like this. If I would finish the Nosek quest, then I could get the reward from Azif, and with that reward we can get some extraordinary interactions with this guy based on that reward, but it's kind of difficult to achieve. But anyway, we are gonna go here, and this is actually the shortcut. Otherwise we'd have to go through the full course outside here and activate all these things in order to simply get into this room. But this shortcut actually makes our life so much easier. Oh, here there's just some coil spiders, nothing too crazy. And when we get here, we cannot open this door, I think. Yeah, it's sealed, so we have to enable these things outside. But if we don't do that, and we just explore a tiny bit around here, we'll notice there is, next to this shelf, a metal door. And in here, there is this guy, it's an old man. And if we start our conversation with him, we'll learn some interesting aspects. Oh, snap. Now that I did not foresee. Oh, snap, 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 snap. Oops, my mistake. Well, what can we do? We live and learn. So let's do this quickly. I guess he didn't like us snooping. Yeah, this is his stuff. The barrels we can check. But not the shelves, it seems. The nauseating stench of the foul booze pollutes this tiny room. One wouldn't be wrong mistaking it for literal sewage. The out of place furniture indicates that there was a deliberate attempt made to turn this end into a living area. However, due to negligence, it much more resembles a torture chamber. It kind of does, doesn't it? Despite all that, an old, vigorous man step up before you. His decrepit garment contains one stand-out piece, namely his highly sophisticated right-hand glove. Wires coil from the joints of his fingers up his arm, and at the center of that palm, a source of blue light glows bright. Oh. Hmm. Would you look at that? Another stray cockroach took a wrong turn. Some disinsection might be in order. His voice sounds familiar to you. Without a shadow of a doubt, you've heard him talk over one of his emergency phones. Firstly, you remember hearing him talk on the phones in the Iron Hat's base. He mentioned something about not willing to not do crunching anymore. The other time you've listened in on him was on a phone south of Warehouse Block Beta, north of GMS compound, and close to the Iron Hand space. He mentioned the same message as before, just this time it was said to a different caller. So, I did a bit of digging about our guy called Freak, but he has many names. And it's kind of difficult to get the conversation right. I'm gonna do my best. And the point is that you need to know as much information as possible about him. And mainly listen to him over the phones, but also get some information from Oculus. Well, there are other things in parallel, but the point is that this guy is going to help us solve the Acid Hunter quest without the oligarchs, in this case JKK. The thing is that if we manage to do this, we could technically get the house that we received from finishing the JKK quest, and I'll get into that later, by extending the JKK. It's a bit complicated, but it'll work, hopefully. Well, hold up, I mean no harm. I've overheard your calls on one of the emergency phones. Oh, and also on the broken phone we get some information from him. One that we found in the station somewhere. I'm looking for someone who goes by the name one which is Freak. Comparing the Invictus himself to a useless bug, you're meddling with a force beyond your reckoning, old man. Well, he's also very powerful. And what do we have here? An elder rat chewing on some wires? Also, if we're nice to him, he might help us and give us some nice rewards. So, the predicament is completely avoidable. It is neither of us interest to escalate this non-existent conflict in any further. On the other hand, it's much more interesting of having a conversation. After all, we should act like humans, not insects. Let's go with persuasion. Kind of like that one. Wouldn't be the first nor the last time I've crunched with gizmos who have such temper. He looks away. What do you want? I want to know everything about this place. I was just putting you back in. No, your possession. No, let's start from the beginning. Talk no. That's kind of ugly. I want to know everything about this place. There is no better way to learn about the gig other than to practice it in it. How about we start it all with a crunch and see where it goes from there? I'll decide after I hear your offer. Now speak up. I don't have time for games. Start talking or I'll force it. No. Let's go with nodding. You you that eager to just tag along with a stranger? You don't find anything abnormal about that? Nothing. Okay, the Invictus one sounds strange. You've proposed an offer and I've accepted. It doesn't see anything wrong there. I fear nothing. In fact, the mystery of our encounter makes it all that much more interesting. That sounds cool. We're all strangers to one another, no matter how much time we spend together. I'm prepared for everything. Trust me. I've been through worse. I consider this pretty normal. I've got nothing to lose. Ha! Not really. You're the one who spent things up to this point. You're right. It is quite weird now, and I think about. Let's go with the second one. Or no, let's go with the third one. I fear nothing. In fact, the mystery of our encounter makes it all that much more interesting. A younger self would probably say the same. But I've outgrown that, or perhaps became too old to even enjoy such gigs. He looks away. It is what it is. Now let's continue where we left off. After an elongated deep breath, he lowers his voice and he opens up and calm and slow. Listen, we may have not kicked this gig off on a good foot, but keep in mind that the gig I undertake are like a minefield. You make a wrong step and you're gone. This is not an exception. Okay. I'm assembling a new big gizmo for this place here. For that, I need to get my hands on some gizmos, all of which are scattered around this place. I'd get those on my own. I've had mine. I on my own. Had I've not been kicked out of by pretty much everyone. I've been in recent contact with just like this place here. I have several more hideouts which I've used for my gigs. Are you following? Let's just nod. Okay, one particular hideout I have in mind is located in the sewers, all the way to the northwest. He gently points at you. Now, this is where you hop in. Okay, let's land. A bunch of gizmos, calling themselves the Acid Hunters, became the bane of my main crunch. I have in mind for this place. He readjusts his glasses. See, I've been crunching with everyone who found out about my gig. Crunch from a crunch kind of scheme. I'll keep it coin 100 with you. That gig I did with the group in particular, well, it failed miserably. And now they're back after me or something like that. All I know is that they're armed and well barricaded in the sewer cave of mine. Oh, so it was your place. I'd lame them out as usual, but I've left down there a crucial gizmo. I'll need to carry on with the crunch here. A bunch of thick high voltage power cables. By grabbing his wrist, he gestures to you to the width of the cable, which would make them wide as a forearm. Deal with the gizmos in your way and bring me back the heavies. What will I get for this task? Acid Hunters. I've been looking for that gang all over the place. Well, there you go. Another reason to do the crunch. So the crunch can mean many things. I suspect he's from Hex or this in the north because they usually talk like this. Just a habit of experience of knowing how people talk there. Have you noticed anything suspicious about them? Not really. Sure, they're sure what you're looking for. One would say that pretty much everything is strange about that hellish bunch. Were they carrying something that doesn't belong to them? Here, I'll break it down for you. Some time ago, before they decided to come back to my hideout, they've brought to me a big gizmo for sale. As arrogant as usual, especially this guy Cornell, their big box, would begin to boast about it as if it was the best gizmo ever. I'd disagree that lie with no second thought, but they went out of their way to prove me otherwise by opening the box for me to see the geek. He takes off his glasses for a moment to wipe his eyes. For once, they were right. Just looking at it gave me a headache, as it appeared both distorted and smooth. Hmm. So this is what I kind of like about this character. He gives a very detailed insight of what's happening, and we might find a lot of good information from him. So this is why I deleted the previous episodes that I've done in continuation with the JKK just to get to him, because we 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 can immerse ourselves in the world so much better this way. The other ways feels a bit kind of shortcutty. A mind behind shape, coupled with markings, none of which I could discern. He looks away for a moment. I just can't put it into words. Even if I were to sell my kidney, I'd never amass the amount they've asked for, but I couldn't just let them take it away from me. In that moment, I had a metal tracker on me, which I've planted on the box before I've booted them out. Ooh. So that's another way of doing this. Interesting. They took the damn gizmo all over the place until it ended up somewhere I couldn't keep a track of. The Cortec research facility. I've never had access to any of the shacks held by that fat rats, but I don't intend to keep it that way for too long. I have a sneaking suspicious I know where that is, because you know when we were in motion we saw a guy trying to get into a place and he was trying to use a console. Well, it was a little panel that opens the door. I think that was our guy Freak here. So tell me more about this strange object they've presented to you. It's just a gizmo, okay? Fine. Tell me where to go. Look for a hideout, for a hidden lever inside the second shaft for this. What do you call it? It's like a huge canalization pass or something. You'll find it all the way northwest, deep inside the city sewer. It's a really big pipe. You can't miss it. Bring me the cables and deal with the acid hunters in any way you do your gig. And before you go, from here on out, you can call me Freak. There we go, no more old man. That way, all gizmos in and out of our gig know me by. Okay, see you soon, Freak. He waves you off and goes back to his work. Interesting. Oh, we're there's a power grid here. What the hell? quite a lot of stuff. What's this power grid though? An exposed section of metal wall reveals many cables inside. All thick as an arm, a layer of black dust covers most of the electronics except the select few, which were cleaned up by human hands, evident by fingerprints remaining. I suppose this is where we have to add that cable. Okay, fair enough. So... Interesting. Now, if I remember correctly, I think the faceless were here, right? Can't even remember. Let's do a little checkup. Yeah. And I think there is a tunneler there as well. Okay, we will ignore that. Okay, so we've gotten our details. All we have to do now is just follow the path that we were set on. So we have to go into the sewers. Although I think you know what? I think we're just going to make a few small changes. First of all, we're replacing this with this. And this with this. This with this. I'm gonna put this later on inside. Oh, I don't need all of this. Oh, I don't have the traps with me. That might be very problematic, won't it? Well, let's go get some traps then. Because we want to be prepared. Now, in the other two episodes, I didn't go too far. I just did the JKK, and that takes the quest in a different direction. But this one will be different than those two episodes, so it's. I'm kind of wondering if I should upload those two as an alternative. But to be honest, they don't add much in the sense of what we're already doing. Just a bit of different dialogue and some small nuances, but the JKK is not that pivotal in what happens with the Acid Hunters. The other two factions are more impactful, so we could kind of get away. Now, maybe this is also an opportunity for you guys to try the game however you wish, but I'm just trying to achieve this more complex, in-depth background stories that happen. And it's as I said, it's very easy to mess up the freak storyline, because if you're not careful and you do some events too quickly, or you don't do them in very specific ways, or be very careful how you play the game and not know it inside out, you will miss on some very critical elements. So I'd rather just sacrifice those two episodes and focus on this, because it will be so much more impactful to explain to us the whole world. And I personally would rather see the story from this perspective rather than the simplistic and corner cutting one, let's call it that way. So, okay, I'm gonna just take, well, actually let's just take 15 of these. And this should be good enough. And I have this. Maybe we should keep this on. So, of course, we're gonna redo the Acid Hunter location, but that's the easy part. It's super fast and super easy to discover them. But their conversation is also quite interesting. The only difference is that if you're gonna do it the JKK way, you're gonna learn about a certain incident, but the incident doesn't really have weight on the continuation of the story. Just play it however you wish. You can discover it. A little bit of mystery always helps. Okay, so let's go our invisible way. Oh snap, I always forget that there is those things in the way. What I mean by that, there is the toxic barrels that are gonna be annoying. And we're gonna get some damage, but well, it's unavoidable, I suppose. Let's hop. Let's speed up a little bit here. Hopefully the game will accept it and not freak out. Now the freak quests are quite interesting from what I have managed to gather information. I didn't go into any spoilers or anything like that. I just went into the mechanics on how to ensure that we get this encounter, because believe it or not, some of the encounters in this game can be pure by chance. So in the last episode we've met that Zilch doctor, and some of the references in this game are how should I say, special, in the sense that they make references or Easter eggs to various characters from other movies or so on and so forth. Okay. So Zilch, for example, could be from 40k. Of course, we'll not meet him anymore because there's just like I don't know the percentage chances of meeting these encounters. Although I did read that the charm can also impact those encounters in some way or another, so it's a bit weird. Okay, I think... yeah, I think these guys are over here, but let's actually explore this part first. Because there's some cool things here as well. No, nothing here. Let me recharge this. Oh, this is gonna be a painful experience. Actually, let's heal up a bit. Come on, come on. So we're gonna go like this. Oh snap. Ah, snap. Oh well. Let's just try it. Hopefully nobody jumps us. I know there are some cave crawlers here, unfortunately for us. And there is one of them right over there. Shoot! Bam! There we go. Let's go here. Come to Papa. There are 3 of them down here. And they are quite a pain. Let's see if the other one decides to join us. No? You don't want to play with us? Oh, come on. I'm so tasty. I'm delicious, I promise. Well, if he doesn't, he doesn't. What can we do? We can go check out where he is hiding, though. How did I manage to do that? Okay, that's not good. We don't want to be stuck into that and get poison damage. Oh, I didn't click on this. Well, I don't see him. But that also means he doesn't see us. So, let us recharge. Oh snap, I need one more recharge. And let's go hunting. Here, crawly, 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 crawly. Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, we already know that one. Hello? Were there only 2? That can't be right. I just have a feeling I'm gonna boop this bastard and he's gonna snuggle us to death. Is he in this room? Are you kidding me? Yeah, he is. You bastard. You bastard, no! Oh. Naughty boy. Okay, that did it for us. We are gonna get stunned. But we were prepared for that. So... the thing with the acid hunters, we have a few options. We can either attack them directly, or we can converse with them. I would rather we converse with them, but we should also play it safe. Which means... I'm gonna save a bit. Let's go around here. Oh, it's not this one? Maybe we need to put the... oh snap, it's not this one. It's the other one. This one. And we found the switch. Hop. I'm gonna go invisible. Don't worry about the lighting for now. Let's do a nice hardcore save. I already made a freak save over here. And if we go like this and slowly creep in, we'll see some interesting little traps. Now, if we go to this tile over here, we're gonna initiate a conversation. If he sees us, of course. So, we will have to cheese it through a little bit. I'm gonna put some traps without them seeing us. If I can. Don't you dare notice me. Am I too close? I am too close. I am too close. Let's try again. Nope, it's not working. Maybe if I'm here... Well, let me try it. If I'm over here... Yeah, they interact with us. We're not gonna do the attack. So that means we can put it on this tile. It's gonna be alright, I suppose. I hope. I don't know. Go away, go away. I think this one will be enough to capture them. Run, run, run. Hop. And now we just put a few more around here. Maybe one more over here, who knows. Just so I can capture them all like little Pokemon. I hope I can. Yeah. Okie dokie. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we're gonna be in a lot of pain. Now, should enable our shield. Hello there. The man seems to have been caught off guard by your intrusion, and the same applies to his two comrades who swiftly pull out their chemical weapons and present them for you to clearly see. Your eyes quickly return to the person in front of you, rugged, filthy, and scar-ridden. While this cocky stare might feel sharper than broken glass, his voice, not even close. Rather, it reveals growling uneasiness despite him trying his best to conceal it. Who the hell are you? And how'd you find this place? Well, name Zeros. I've been looking for you high and low, Cornell. Hey now, I ain't got nothing to do with that boy's death. If it's revenge they want, they oughta send their assassins to Cortec. What boy are you talking about? So this is related to the JKK mission. And it's a little bit of an incident, but not very impactful for us. But we could ask about how the boy died. Tell me how the boy died. He takes a deep breath. Alright, listen. So I had this little piece of old world tech or something. Some kind of cube thingy. Don't know what it did, but it looked right fancy. Tried flogging it into a couple of merchants along the way to Core City, but they all turned out to be cheapskates. So when I got back home, I got in contact with the oligarch's kids. I figured they got quite a bit of disposable income, and they might appreciate something new to spend it on. Right, I was. Them too, right? We met in an alley near Drop Zone, you know, a nice secluded place where no one can interrupt us. Milan Simons wanted it most, but Edmund Knight's kid. These are the kids from the oligarchs. One is from Cortec, the Milan one, and the other one, Edmund, is from what's it called? From the Praetorians. Kept outbidding him. Honestly, I don't think Edmund even wanted the thing. He just wanted to piss Milan off. Or prove that he had more money. Or maybe to impress Edmund's girl. This is from JKK. What's her face? Never mind. But she was there as well. So there were 3 oligarch kids. Interesting. These stupid rich brats squibbled over a toy. You can see where this is going. Eventually the 2 boys got into a fight when Milan suddenly pulled out a gun. I think he only wanted to strike Ed with the butt on it. Ed got a hold on his hand and they wrestled. The gun went off, bang. And that was the end of Edmund's night. He got dominated. We all panicked. Milan swore it was an accident and persuaded the girl to keep her mouth shut. So we made a trade with Milan and took off. Got the hell out of there. And now we're here. Uh, why did you stick around Core City after what happened? We intended to hide till this thing with the tunnelers blew over and then head north. Don't think we'll be safe anywhere till then, since they seem to be looking for us as well. Tunnelers, faceless, whatever you call them. Are the faceless looking for you? Because of that stupid cube, why else? Ever heard of Freak? Freak. He pauses his lips and frowns. I see, so he's the one who ratted us out. Figures. How do you and Freak know each other? He hesitates at first, but he then speaks. We did some crunching together. This is his joint. Knowing he's hardcore at keeping himself out of sight, this is where we intended to hide. Freak got some equipment here I'm interested in. Look, we don't care about the junk. Take it. It's all in the room in the back. We took nothing. Tell me more about the cube. I wish we never found the damn thing. We got it off some trade caravan in the middle of lower Underrail. It was mostly slim picking, but this thingy looked expensive. Had its own fancy box and everything. So we took it from the one merchant to the other for appraisal on our way here, but the cheapskates didn't want to pay enough for it since they couldn't figure out what it actually did. I think it's pretty valuable though, because I believe it's what brought the tunnelers to the gates of Core City. And I hear they also paid visits to other places where we've been to since we got this pipe working thing. I had some questions about Terry and Laura Baker, merchants from the Southgate station. Jerry and who? Never heard of those people. It's Terry and Laura Baker. So the guys we initially were looking for, and we found one of the bodies. I think you know them, who I'm talking about, Colonel. Wait. I still don't understand who you're talking about, or what the hell does it all got to do with me, me. Let's intimidate him. I'll rip your heart out if I hear you lie to me one more time. I know everything. They were killed by chemical weapons, just like the ones you have. The room falls silent. The acid hunters look at each other, but no one seems to dare utter a single word. I'm waiting, Colonel. He raises his hands. It's true, it's true. What you're saying is indeed true. Just tell me what happened. He takes a deep breath. The first time we saw him, we had all been in Core City. Yeah, we were unloading some of the junk we found, selling the stuff to one of the merchants. Literally junk, worth next to nothing. Then we saw the pair. Didn't know how they were called at the time or who they were. I just saw they got something with them, something valuable. It's instinct, I suppose. Let me guess, it was the cube. Yeah, the pipe working cube. Piece of... Anyway, we followed them with the intention of taking it from them. They boarded the train, we boarded the train. We were on our way to the rail crossing anyway, so... What the hell? Once we got there, we pulled out our melters and asked them to hand over the goods and no one will get hurt. Well, they refused, man, so we had to take hardcore measures. Although interesting how they got their hands on such a cube, because that's a bit ambiguous. Perhaps we will not know for now. Although there is still a chance because we didn't find the girl. We forced them into the caves north to the station cause we already got a place there where we often camp, so we led them there. Took all they had and that's it. You forgot the part where you killed them in cold blood. Well, hold on, we ain't no cold blood murderers. They resisted. The two of them resisted. They try to overpower us. Listen, I'm not trying to say I'm a good guy or nothing of the sort, but we didn't just zone them out for no reason. I never found the woman's body, so there's still a chance we might find the truth of what happened. No? Maybe some animal dragged her corpse, he poses, or maybe she survived. I have to think this. Meanwhile, I had some other question. Yeah? Time to settle things, I guess. So what's it gonna be? For what you did to Terry and Laura, I sentence you to death, because there's really no excuse for them to do this. Well, see about that, pipe worker. Acid hunters, burn him up. Fight. Well, you guys can do that. Oh my god! That doesn't feel too good. We'll have to... Let's see. Jeez. Wait, we can't move? We should be able to move, shouldn't we? We can't. Okay, we're gonna die here. Let me try to redo the conversation. It's a bit of luck here. What can we do? Um... Okay. Okay. Why didn't enable that? Ah. Snap. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, so... How should we do this? Enable this. Try to go kind of... Let's try to be a bit behind. Let's see if this enables it. No? Still have to be here? Ah. Go. Fight. Okay, so we have our initiative. We're just gonna retreat. Kiss the little paw and wait for them to jump into those beautiful things. In the meantime, let's give them a little gift here. Hop. Let's wait a little bit longer. Yeah, good job guys. Now that they are stuck, let's get Cornell. One more shot. Will it do? Oh snap, that didn't do much. Let's wait. Jeez, that doesn't work too well, does it? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Did we get stuck? Not looking good, not looking good. One down. Can I shoot you? seems I can't. Okay, Cornell, you have to go down, please. And you... Ah, damn it, I should stop missing. Please don't miss. Okay, at least I did that damage. Kiss the little paw. Okay, you got away from the smoke, but it's alright. Bingo bango bongo. That was a bit difficult, but we managed in the end. Maybe I should have substituted this with another grenade. Could be better, could be worse. Could definitely be better as well, of course. So let's see, we need to recharge this. We'll wait for the smoke for the gas to go away, otherwise it's not gonna be a happy moment for us. Let's do this. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. And one more of this. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's speed up a bit the time so we can collect our traps. Ah, that's their trap. That's why I got the experience. Ah, we're doing good time. And Frick is gonna send us into exploring the world a bit better. Not worth it. This might be worth it. One piece of advice: if you're gonna get the house, get a lot of money, because the house is freaking expensive to upgrade. So yeah, you will need around... Whoa, there we go, with Cornell's head. I don't know why we need it, but let's take it. Who knows, maybe we'll decorate the house with it. Oh, this one is really cool, especially if you're going with the acid blob pistol, which is a really cool, powerful pistol. And it will help, this belt will help a lot. It's a chemical apparatus designed to connect the chemical pistol and keep the loaded ammunition on the edge of behind chemically destabilized. The state which activates to fullest once it's released into the air. This belt also brings a part of the weapon's firing mechanism, making it more effective. So basically we reduce 4 points on the attack, on AP I mean. Your successful chemical pistol attacks increase the amount of damage taken from the pistol damage type by 25% from all sources for 2 turns. That's amazing, and stacks 2 times. We're gonna put this into our collection of cool stuff in SGS. Did we collect everything? I suppose we did. Oh, I could get this one as well, but never mind. Come on. Speed up. There we go. Beautiful experience. Now, okay. That's a nice oddity. A little bit more experience for us. And let's test this. Quite curious that they put here this fireplace, isn't it? Weird. HV power cables. Ta-da! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now let's go back to Freak. They were doing barrel soup. That's cute. Let's go home. We are out of a home. I mean, let's go back to Freak. I will probably clean out the coil spiders off screen outside the freak's place, because it's basically just a bunch of coil spiders and we have to activate some Tesla coils. Nothing insane, but it's just boring part. And we can spend our time better by doing other things in the next episode, I suppose, unless you guys want to see me shoot coil spiders non-stop. We do a marathon of shooting coil spiders. Not like we didn't already do a few episodes of just coil spiders. And it's not my fault they're so overused in the game, but they are powerful and cool. Although I believe they're kind of interesting. They're arachnoids. Basically, that they have six. They have 6 or 4 legs. I didn't even notice. Spiders have 8 legs. And yeah, probably they have 8 legs. I didn't check. We shall see. But usually most insects have between 4 to 6 legs, so yeah, there's also that. So we need to go back. Wait, how did we go up? Like this? Wait, don't take damage? I thought I repaired. Oh, maybe we did take a bit of damage. So the merchant area? And then it was, yeah, over here. Actually, I did notice something, and this just hit me right now. You guys remember Vivian, because we liked Vivian so much. Hello again. Are you perhaps related to Vivian Young? Because this guy is called Mikola Young. She works for JKK. I don't know what you're talking about, Koths. I'm sure the last name is just a coincidence. I never had a daughter, Koths. I believe in you. Take care. That's a tiny little information we got over here. Sadly, I don't know how to get hold of any more. But quite interesting. Although we never asked him if he had a daughter, we just asked if he knows somebody, so... dubious. The plot thickens. Nothing is as it seems with this game. But at the same time, it can be everything that it seems with this game. Frick. He looks a bit edgy. Don't waste my time. I've given a grunge to do. He goes back to work. I've brought you the cables you were looking for. Give him the cables. There they are. He briefly inspects the wires before laying them down on the floor nearby. Without hesitation, he takes one end of the cables and plugs them into the power grid next to him. What have you done with the acid hunters? I will no longer bother you or anyone else for that matter. They didn't hear a thing. They've left the place. There was no one there once. No, let's go with the first one. Hardcore. Just the way I like it, he smiles. Nobody will shed a tear for those gizmos. I like his way of conversing. He faces away from you for a moment, and out of his coat produces a strange device. With great speed, he connects several of its components, after which he approaches you. This is what I've had in mind for you. He lifts up the object, point it at the metal eyes, and watch them squint as they struggle to detect anyone or anything. Whenever the fingertips of his glove would make contact with the gadget, they produce a static sound few could stand idle while listening. This is it, a crunch for a crunch. Now take it. He hands you over the device. A camera jammer? How do I use it? First, you charge it. You charge it up, then point it at any metal eye you wish to disrupt. Metal eye. Maybe that means like a camera. Once you do so, you'll have the option to dig deeper into its mind and do some extra probing. Kids these days really heavily on those. He waves around with his hand. Hex or Gizmo. I've made this one so that its UI is quite compatible with that. Ah, that makes only the beginning of what I've had in mind. Now, you'll endure some leg stretching for me, he chuckles. And to that, some potential hot steam. And just as many ear-piercing sounds, he giggles. How does some more crunching sound to you? So his lingo is definitely from hacks. Crunching means a job, and yeah, we'll see. That's what I interpret it, although, but it can have many meanings depending on how you use it in the conversation, I suppose. Sounds really weird. I'll need some more details. Okay, let's go. I'll hear you out first. Okay, we've been to one of my hideouts. Well, two if you count this one. Now, how about we double that in order to make the case in addition to some gizmos along the way. So gizmos could mean any device you encounter or any item he needs. These shelters aren't as accessible as the previous ones. They've locked and only I know the way in. How hard can it be to unlock a keypad? Well, when you name it like that, it might sound much easier than it actually is. He reaches for his pocket and pulls out a tiny device. A small button and an old-fashioned speaker. You can see his fingers hitting the keys, yet nothing comes out. This is the orange box, a play gizmo, the likes to which you won't find anywhere around here, especially this kind of rigged gig, which now acts as a lockpick tool for special kind of lock pads that I've also cranked. As the color might already suggest, I'm talking about the emergency phones, especially those of upper Underrail. Interesting, because there were some things that we couldn't open. Each and every phone is beyond spoofed. I can use them to control the access to the service rooms, which are usually located in their close proximity. We actually opened one of those rooms, but it was empty. There was a fight in one of them, if I remember correctly. I'm following, go on. Listen, you'll be heading to the upper Underrail metro. Two emergency phones lead to my hideout. First one is located south of the Institute of Torch, and the second one is north of Fort Apogee. Both shacks are relatively compromised, just like the one you've already been to. You may find some gizmos out there. Be on high alert. So gizmos can also mean enemy. The orange box has 7 buttons, of which 6 are used to input sounds, and the last one to repeat the required sequence. The gizmo is primitive. It has no ability to preview the current inserted sequence in any way, but it will remember it until it reaches its maximum length. At that point, consider the sequence inserted and evaluate it. There's a tiny light I've added to the box that displays the current progress. First sequence is red, the second is green, and the final one is blue. So red, green, blue. RGB. Okay. If all 3 are matching, the light will become white for a while before it shuts itself off. Okay. The box also has connectors suited to fit the ones over at each and every emergency phone in the upper Underrail metro. Once it's connected, in order to unlock the keypad, the user has to match 3 multi-input sequences in a row without a mistake. So 3 input sequences. So about 9 digits in that case, because it's 3 times 3. The length of the sequence may may vary and can only be heard, not seen. If a mistake is made at any point, the entire gig goes back to start, which means you'll have to do it all over. Oof, I'm not a very phonetic guy, so I might mess them up. If at any point you disconnect the box, once you plug it back in again, the sequence will start all over. Ugh. Every button on the box corresponds to the ones on the phone. Listen to the sounds of each dial option on the emergency phone and remember them all. The sequence can be repeated any amount of times without any risk. The reproduced sounds may have some interference. Oh, due to the imperfect implementation. Don't rely on the rhythm of the sequence. Instead, focus closely on the sounds themselves. Okay. That's it for the gaining the access of the hideouts. Once there, I'll need you to pick me up 2 more gizmos so that I can continue on my gig over here. The points of the power grid next to him. He points to the power grid. First is a high voltage penetrator core, and the second one is a customized remote controller. They should be easy enough to find once you're in. Are there any questions? So I need to repeat the sound sequence I hear once I plug in the device. Yes. What exactly are you working on here? I've never seen an emergency phone before. How does it look like? Ah, really? How long are the sound sequences? That's a mouthful. No, we're not gonna do that. So let's ask, what exactly are you working on here? It's a gizmo that allows me to overcharge the power grid, he notes, and then all the fun can begin. But more on that later. Ooh, okay, I'm ready. This one is yours now. He gives you the orange box. And now crunch away, kid. Alright, see you soon. Okay, let's look at what we received. So the camera jammer. A combat utility, remote jamming device designed to reduce tracking and reporting speed of security cameras. Use remote overload. The camera scanning AI increases the effective scanning time by 97%, increased with hacking skill. which makes the camera slower to find and report intruders. Wow! Wow! This makes our life so much easier. Let me just recharge. How many recharges do you need? Are you a small device or yeah, he's a big chunky device. Okay, I love this. I really do. Whew, I didn't know this freak guy can be so fun. Good, 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 good. So we'll stop here for the moment. And we'll continue next time with this mission. So we need to go to the upper underrail. The sequence might be tricky, but I'll try my best to find the solution. Because as I said, I'm aphonetical and amusical, and I'm not really into music stuff, music puzzles. Not that I do not like music, I'm just like aphonic, as I said. Okay, guys, stay awesome. Catch you in the next episode. Bye, 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 bye.